Hey guys, tonight's got that kind of energy, the kind that shakes every fan and messes up any Sunday prediction. We've got a key piece who might not suit up, a surprise comeback that could lift the locker room, backstage noise about a new name possibly joining in, and a matchup that looks like a tactical war in the making. All this right before a game that could redefine the entire season. And honestly, what went down in the last few hours made a lot of people stop and wonder if this team still has the legs to fight back. But before we dive in, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. It's free and it keeps this Chargers community strong. Drop a like so this talk reaches every fan who lives and breathes each game like we do. And leave your take in the comments because this space belongs to everyone who bleeds blue and gold every week. Now let's get into it because this one's rough. The Chargers listed corner Tarheeb Still as doubtful to face the Steelers after missing an entire week of practice with a knee injury. Translation, the staff isn't counting on him Sunday. Tough break because the guy's been producing 31 tackles, 6 passes, defended in 8 starts. Losing him messes with the rotation, the communication in the backfield, and the confidence of the safeties. And it doesn't stop there. Tackle Bobby Hart is officially out, and the questionable list got longer. Defensive lineman Deshaun Hand, long snapper Josh Harris, wide receiver Keandre Lambert-Smith, defensive back Dean Leonard, and corner Benjamin St-Juste. 3 of those, Hand, Harris, and Leonard, are still on injured reserve, which means the team would have to make roster moves fast if they wanted them active. It's a patchwork situation, and everyone knows how that feels on a Sunday night. Now think about the tactical side, and without Still, the secondary loses its reliable starter, the nickel's workload increases, and the margin to blitz shrinks because you can't leave the edges exposed. Against a physical offense, every mistake turns into free yards. The key, precision and discipline. Shorter rotation, cleaner communication, less hero ball. This is the kind of game that rewards patience. Give up the short yardage, kill the big plays, force long thirds. If they stay calm and play snap by snap, they survive. If they try to do too much, they sink. And hey, this is also when new heroes show up. We've seen backups rise like they've been waiting their whole lives for the call. Football does that. Another concern, edge protection. Without Hart, the offensive line needs perfect timing on doubles and shifts or the pocket collapses. Expect shorter reads, quicker releases, and motion before the snap to spot coverages. That's how you slow down the rush and keep drives alive. And keep an eye on special teams. If Harris gets activated, that stability on snaps could matter more than people realize. A clean field goal can win games like this. My read, cold focus, less flash, more execution. Close the middle, talk loud, and let the clock work for you. If a turnover comes, even better. Just no dumb third down penalties. Those kill defenses. Now hold on, because in the middle of all this bad news, something lit up the offense. A certain first-round rookie everyone thought wouldn't be back until after the bye showed up on the field. No boot, moving well, and suddenly the locker room felt different. If that comeback comes early, the whole offensive plan could flip. And hey, drop in the comments who you trust most in this banged up secondary because Sunday's not going to forgive anyone who loses focus. And take a breath because what comes next is all about that rookie and a detail from practice that caught everyone off guard. All right, here's the good part. The vibe at practice actually changed for the better. Omarion Hampton, the rookie who's been sidelined for weeks, showed up earlier than expected. The same guy Jim Harbaugh said wouldn't return until after the bye week, walked in with no boot, and that looked like he's ready to go. And man, that alone lifted the locker room. His practice window isn't officially open yet, but seeing him move naturally is huge. Remember, this is the kid who hurt his ankle back in week 5 against Washington. No one thought he'd even touch the field this soon. For anyone close to the team, it's clear this wasn't random. It's a sign he's close. And honestly, the team needs it badly. Right now, there's just one running back on the active roster. One. That kills offensive flexibility and puts all the weight on the quarterback. Having Hampton back, even in limited reps, could reignite the ground game. The kid's got vision, burst, and that rare feel for breaking short tackles. Exactly what this offense has been missing. And the timing couldn't be better. He shows up just as the coaches are trying to rebuild rhythm and get the offense breathing again after a wave of injuries. The people who saw him said he looked comfortable, not forcing it. That's a great sign. If his ankle holds up, the offense suddenly looks more balanced. It's the kind of emotional boost that matters as much as the physical one. The coaches just need to be smart. Don't rush him back. Don't risk another setback. But just seeing him there gives the whole building life. The fans feel it too. And here's a subtle thing. The staff's been testing new backfield rotations, probably to ease him in without overloading. That shows planning, not desperation. And let's be honest, after weeks of bad news, this is the kind of moment that reminds everyone why we still believe. Now, take a breath again, because what's coming up next still ties to the offense, and it might just change the entire playbook. So here's what started buzzing around the front office. The Chargers are eyeing Brandon Powell, and this move could quietly reshape the final stretch. The offense, which was supposed to dominate under Jim Harbaugh and Greg Roman, is stumbling. Too many injuries, not enough depth, and a passing game that's grown predictable. Justin Herbert's carrying too much weight, and without consistent receivers, the vertical plan's been fading. But Powell, 29 years old, underused in Minnesota, yet experienced in exactly the kind of system Roman runs, might be the fix. 2 seasons in a run-heavy, motion-based offense. Smart routes, clean reads, balance between the ground game and the air attack. That's Roman's DNA. Powell can line up in the slot, swing outside, and open space for Ladd McConkey, who's been doing the heavy lifting alone. Imagine McConkey without double coverage every snap. That's game-changing. Powell isn't a star, but he brings discipline, mental sharpness, and leadership. Financially, perfect fit. He slides right into the roughly $2.3 million cap space left without messing the flexibility for emergencies. He's not a miracle solution. At 29, his explosiveness has dropped, but he knows systems and executes. That matters now more than highlight plays. The biggest benefit, third downs. The team's been awful converting because there's no one who can just break that first tackle. Powell's built for that. Keeps drives alive, keeps Herbert breathing, and honestly, bringing him in would send a message. The front office gets it. They're fixing problems within their means, not chasing headlines. That's maturity for a team still believing in the playoffs. That's the kind of grown-up move that makes sense. And the next part, it's the roadmap for Sunday night, and there's one specific unit that'll decide everything. Now, this one's got every fan on edge. Chargers versus Steelers, Sunday Night Football, and the keys to victory couldn't be clearer. This game's going to be won in the margins. Pittsburgh's been the best in the league at one thing that wins games, turning good field position into points. They thrive on mistakes. To counter that, the Chargers need precision. The offensive line is already reshuffled after Joe Alt and Bobby Hart went down. That changes timing, chemistry, everything. So the plan, quick passes, fast reads, short drops, the quick game and checkdowns become vital. The backs and tight ends have to exploit the linebackers, Patrick Queen and Peyton Wilson. Together, they've allowed 32% of receptions and almost the same share of yards through the air. That's the hole to hit. But now comes the twist. Jalen Ramsey has been moved to free safety. That switch revived the Steelers' defense. Last week, he basically erased the Colts' offense. So any route crossing the middle has to watch him. McConkey, Keenan Allen, Trey Harris, Oronde Gadsden too. They all need Ramsey on their radar. One misread, and the ball's gone. Meanwhile, special teams, yeah, that's a sore spot. PFF ranked the Chargers 31st in the league. Steelers, 13th. That's a gap. The silver lining, veteran long snapper Josh Harris might be back from IR. That matters. Clean snaps, perfect timing, reliable kicks. You can't give Pittsburgh short fields because they live off them. They're number 1 in the NFL in yards per point, meaning they score efficiently off turnovers and returns. So every drive has to be clean. No wasted possessions, no giveaways. The defense must force long drives. The offense must protect the ball like gold. This is one of those games where one mistake can swing everything. But if this team balances protection, tempo, and special teams execution, it could turn into a celebration by the final whistle, because deep down, every fan knows it's now or never. So that's it. A week that started with uncertainty, found a little hope, and now ends with tension and belief mixed together. The team's banged up, but it's still breathing, and that says a lot. If the defense holds, the offense finds rhythm, and special teams does its job, Sunday could be the turning point of the season. And if it doesn't happen now, it might never happen. But I still believe, and I know you do too. Drop your thoughts below, because this space belongs to everyone who lives and breathes the Chargers, heart wide open all the way to the end.